Okay. Hey everyone. Um, as everyone know, I was pregnant and I went to labor on the 9th about 3:37 a.m. in the morning. I at first thought they were just, Braxton Hicks. So I didn't worry about it. I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. They'll go they'll go away soon. Yeah, no, that did not happen. They just kept getting intense. So I had to call a Uber, which took forever
Chef
to get
Victoria,
here.
we really did like the
It was
ramen
like,
pesto that you made, but we pickled half eyeball,
dang,
really
around like
missing the yolk in there. These
8
are the only
o'clock maybe.
reasons why we had to chop you today. Thank you,
But
Chef.
anyway, we get to
Thank
the
you, Chef.
hospital. We couldn't go through the emergency way, because the coronavirus is happening. So
Totally sucks not making it out
we
the
had
first
to
time.
go on the other side of the
I just
building
really wanted to bring you back
where,
home to my guys.
all the
I really wanted to be a
pregnancies
winner for
and
them.
everything happens at.
So bring me back. I
It was
want to
me
do
and
it again.
Alan. I was in so much pain that the I had to get a ride from the hospital security, like in his truck, to take us over to the south entrance of the building. And after we got there, and I got, signed in and
Speaking of Facebook
everything,
viewers, might have just given me the winning
the
basket.
pain it just kept getting intense and more intense. Like to the point where I couldn't stand really. Um, like even when I went to the bathroom, I had to like hold
Want to thank
on
the viewers?
to the
I'd like to
little
invest in you.
guardrail they had in there and just let the pain go through.
I love beef
Um,
tongue. It's super tender. It was really well cooked. The viewers give me a layup on this
the
one.
day before,
I
which
know I
was
want
the
that
8th,
charred flavor. So
I
red
was
beans,
only
grilled
2 centimeters
beef tongue,
dilated.
pasta grana blanc. Pasta
And then
grana
when
is a
they
classic
checked
dish
me, when I
combined
got
with
signed
capers,
in and everything,
lemon,
I was
and
4
parsley,
centimeters.
brown butter.
And then everything just
Time for
happened
a
so
quick little
fast
kitchen
because even the
prep.
doctor
Did you
was
pass these
all
down
like,
from playing sports
he
all those
didn't
years?
think that I would
Being athletic
dilate so
yourself in the
fast.
kitchen just gives you the upper hand.
Um, I went
Thank you,
from
viewers.
4 to 8 centimeters
Ingredients are
in
pretty
just that
fantastic.
like
Beef tongue, it's the
hour.
strongest muscle in the body, so it's gonna be
And whatever
muscles tasty.
the person that was helping me
Mott's mac and cheese is
with
not mac and
the,
cheese, but often turned into
breathing
a
through the
dumpling. And
techniques
with
and
convenient
all the
salmon sauce on
classes and stuff,
I
that did
consider
not work
myself a very creative person. I like
at
to
all.
push myself and find my
Because
limits,
I
so
think
I
one of the
find
things
ways
she
to do
told me
it.
was just think about it. Like, your
I
brain
fortified
is
the
just
boxed mac and cheese
thinking about
spaghetti
that
pasta in
it's
my first
pain.
round,
So
so
just tell
I do not
your
want to get
brain that you're
toxic
not in
again.
pain and just
I'm
breathe
going
through it,
to grind
and your
up the
brain will
pasta so it's a
send
flour
signals through
and
the
then
rest of your
a
body so you won't feel the
crispy
pain.
breaded bean
Yeah,
tongue over
that didn't
a
work at
York
all.
salad of
At
roasted
all.
shiitake mushrooms, bell peppers, and celery.
I couldn't even think
It was
about
easier to get
anything
sandy,
but
gives me
the
a little
pain.
extra kick.
And I'm glad
Back
Alan
in
was
hand
there. Like, he
here
was helping
is
me
driving
through it
me
a little
to
bit,
bring
but
everything
even
I
his
have to the table.
talking and voice just, I don't know, made the pain worse. Like, it wasn't helping. So yeah, so I might have told him to shut up a few times, and maybe a doctor too. But
For me to talk about out of the
yeah,
box is
so
fantastic. After my pasta and
when they
roasted
checked me
vegetables were
again and
out,
found out I was
I
eight
had to go for
centimeters,
the
like at that
bones,
point,
eggs,
I
cottage
couldn't even
cheese,
be on my
and
back. Like, it was
chimichurri
just
for a
so
little breakfast.
painful. They
Once my
hurry up and
once my
rushed me to a
pasta came,
room,
I know it's a huge risk, but
and
I know the way home.
I
The
decided to get the
men are
epidural,
highly skilled competitors, but it's definitely
which it was
voluntary
hard
to
to
be
do
part of the love triangle.
because they
Some
didn't want
people
me to get
just
to
feel
10
very young.
centimeters, and where they couldn't do it, like,
I put a lot
and
of
the
things into
pain
one
just kept
cup.
coming back to
Relationships and
back, back to
family,
back, back to back.
because it controls my entire
That
life.
they kept just having to wait
So
until it
long term,
subsided and
doing the
then
right
give it
things.
to me.
Winning
And
chops
then
can do
since
that.
I was Group B stress,
I'm feeling Randy's
they had to give me
confidence in
penicillin
himself,
in my
and I'm not
arm,
necessarily feeling he's
which
as
you probably can't see it, but it's like
mushy, so to say, as I am with our
bruised right
relationship.
there. a little bit. Um, because they kept trying to find a good place to put it. And yeah, so that happened. Um, and when they gave it to me, it was okay. It's like the pain subsided a little bit. Like you can still feel the pressure down there since it's my first labor. You know, I didn't know what to expect. Um, After the pain subsiding, Miracle, that's my daughter's name. She, her heart rate just kept dropping because they said with every contraction I had, she didn't like it and it just made her heart rate drop. So they kept turning me over to try different positions, like to lay on my left side, to lay on my right side, to lay on my back, my hands and knees, and then do it all over again. Which my hands and knees I guess worked the best, but I couldn't really even like barely take that position. It's like, and then when they kept checking, I was still at 8 centimeters only. But since her heart rate kept dropping and dropping and dropping, um, and then it would spike up and then like drop again. Um, and my water didn't really break. It was just like ruptured. So it was just leaking from the day before all the way, until labor. It was just leaking. Like it didn't just rush. So it was that my mucus plug and stuff didn't come out, whatever. And they said I wasn't gonna dilate anymore past the 8 centimeters. So they took me to get a C-section instead. And Alan was supposed to be in the room for that, but like they had him dressed up in his little white jumpsuit and everything, so he can be ready and be in there with me. But when they was starting to, put the scalpel on my stomach and start to slice, I felt every bit of that. Like I felt that. So, and when I was trying to tell the lady that she told them, I was like, yeah, she's feeling everything. So the doctors in the room, it was like 8 to 10 of them in the room with me. So they hurry up and just said they had to put me under. So they had to give me the anesthesia, which anyone who knows me knows I don't like hospitals. It makes me antsy and I just don't like hospitals at all. So when they said they had to put me to sleep and then he couldn't come in the room with me at all, then it was like, okay, I started to freak out. And I tried to get up and pull stuff out my arm and just go. But then it was like four of them had to hold me down, like one on each leg, one on each arm. And then the other one had to, put the mask over my face to put me to sleep because no. And after that, I don't know what happened. It was like, that's the only part I remember. Next thing you know, I'm waking up and I'm in recovery. But the first thing I notice is I can't feel anything from the waist down. And when I touched my stomach, it was like, it wasn't how it was when I was pregnant. So I freaked out about that. I was like, oh my God, where's my baby? I think I'm paralyzed and stuff because I can't feel anything. And I tried to get out the bed then, but with not feeling anything, that didn't work out real good. And then the nurse had to come over there and help me and calm me down and tell me that, Miracle was good. She was with Alan and everything. Like, they did take her for the first, she was born, to get her breathing and stuff checked to make sure everything was okay, which it was, thank God. It took me a minute to actually realize what was happening and where I was at and everything. After I finally calmed down a little bit, like I noticed that my throat was like hurted and really, really dry. It was hoarse. They said they had to, stick a tube down my throat and everything. Um,
Chef, today I
yep.
made for you crispy beef
After
tongue
that,
with a salad of bell
they showed
peppers,
me
celery,
Miracle because Alan
chimichurri,
had her and
and roasted
everything.
shiitake
He was feeding
mushrooms.
her. And then they got me settled into
I
my
browned up
regular
the
room,
pasta as well and turned it into a flour
which I still was a little
pancake.
bit out
It's
of it
totally
in
transformed.
pain because the
No
incision,
remnants of
which
pasta,
she said
so
it was a good
I have to give
incision and
it to you on
everything.
transformation.
And I got the
And I love what
dissolvable
you did with the
stitches.
shiitakes, but your choice of the other vegetables, I don't know
Um,
that it pairs that well.
Yeah, we made two different dishes.
After
Right
that,
Italian
they did
snack
tests on
and a
Miracle,
vegetable
like
plate.
the screening test, gave her shots,
I have my own little business
and she's
called
good so
Empanadas
far.
Mama,
So
and
that's a
as of
blessing.
right now,
She's
my
good.
full focus is on taking it to the next
She
level.
was
What would you
born
do with the cash prize?
April the
Or just
9th,
sock that money away for a
2020,
better
which
place?
is this year,
Thank
at
you.
3:27 p.m. She was 8 pounds, 4.4 ounces, and 21 and a half inches. Yeah. So,
I believe that taste should be the forefront.
so yeah,
And
I'm
creativity, I believe, should
happy
be
she made
tertiary
it.
level.
I made it.
That's a
Everything's
compliment.
good.
If any man or woman
And
thinks I'm pumped.
here's my little Miracle right here. She's asleep right now. So meet Miracle Magnolia Williams Morset.
Yeah, you're in
So yeah, labor was like, it lasted for me. It was like
as a
maybe
skilled chef.
11 and a half hours. So I thought it would probably be longer. And when I looked at the other lady, Alan told me
But
that
unfortunately, it
she,
was
because she
really
came
hard
right behind
because,
me,
we asked for transformation
when
all the
she
time,
checked
and
in,
he
her baby
definitely did
just
it. And then I think Emily
came out.
also tried to do the same thing,
That was it. It only took like
and she wasn't successful making a
30
crust
minutes, and I was like,
out of
okay,
dried pasta.
well,
Her vegetable medley,
no. And
how
the
did that
lady
match with a
who was in there before
mustard and
that,
macaroni coated beef tongue?
um, hers, it was like she wasn't even in pain. She just came here, was like, oh yeah, my water broke, and
Pasta chefs in New York City.
I was thinking of coming a little bit later because I still had some errands to run. I'm like, well, I'm sitting in a wheelchair like in real freaking pain. I'm like, oh my god, why can't I have a painless one real quick? Like, I even tried to take a shower before going to the hospital to see would the water and stuff help. Yeah, it didn't. It didn't at all. But I'm glad that everything went well, and I'm glad that Miracle is healthy and safe. So yeah, that's how my labor went. I was in the hospital from the 9th, which is Thursday, all the way until Sunday evening. I got released Sunday evening. Well, Miracle got released with me on Sunday evening too. So, will would I ever go through this again? The pain and everything, and the body changes, and all the stuff that pregnancy changes. It's just to get another sweet baby. I would say, yeah, I would.
You saw the risks that you took, but
I mean,
it's very hard to overlook
my
the
limit
chewiness
that I
of the
always said that I
dumplings and
wanted
sort of the
with
heart
kids
finish.
was like I only wanted like
For that
two
reason, we can
maximum
chat.
of my own. So now I have one right now. Hmm, I don't know. Maybe I'll have one more. Probably when Miracle's either one or um close to two, one or two, and then have another one. So maybe next year, which is 2021 or 2022 maybe. But we'll see. So yeah. And the first week with her is she's a little fussy and everything, but yeah, a lot of poop diapers. And the other day, while I was changing it, I got my first. She actually pooped on me, like I was changing her diaper. I wiped her and everything, and put the new diaper under her. And next thing you know, this poop just squirts out at me, like literally squirts out at me. I was like, oh my god, like yeah.
The viewers did not make any
So,
choices for
yeah, but I
anything
still
besides
wouldn't
but
change it for
that's
the world
why when the viewers choose,
because I
anything
have her.
goes.
My little
When I
miracle.
opened the basket, my initial reaction is gross. I just like thank the
But
viewers
anyway, that's it.
for
I
such
just wanted to tell about
delightful
how my birth
baskets,
was since it was actually
but I'm
my
a
first
killer
ever
gizzard.
birth.
I am making
So,
a apricot
yeah.
and apple cake with a
And
James
I'll
Franklin
see
crumble.
you later.
Fancy
Bye.
sweetness